Hi, I'm Maddie and I like to do makeup reviews and how-tos. My husband helped me come up with that new intro. Let me know if you like that one better or my old one is I like to buy and try makeup. Anyway, we're going to do a shop my stash, so I'm going to go through the products that I had over the last month, a little over a month, and talk about my thoughts. Then I'll go through my collection with you to choose new items, and then at the end I'll swatch everything that I picked out. So I hope that you enjoy it. I like longer videos a lot of times to help keep me company while I'm doing chores, or if I'm bored, feeling a little lonely, or to help get to sleep sometimes. Of course, shorter videos are nice too sometimes, but long videos are good for when you, I don't know, you don't want to pick things out and stop and what you're doing. And anyway, so here we go. All right, as you can see, I have a huge pile here in front of me that I need to put away. I'm not going to go in any particular order because I just have masses of makeup that needs to be organized. So here we go. This Rare Beauty blush in Thriving. I didn't wear it much just because, you know, the color is pretty intense and I chose to go for a softer color most days. So I think I might leave this in maybe. I don't know. I'm going to put it in my maybe pile, I guess. No, I'm going to put it away. All right, this one in Alive, I did use a couple times. Very pretty and intense. I said I wasn't going to swatch this stuff, but just had to show you those. Okay. Grateful. Looks like that. And this formula is one of my favorite blush formulas. It does look really intense. Hope. This is one of my ultimate favorite colors right here. And then this one in the shade Worth is another favorite. And this in the shade Happy is another favorite. Super beautiful formula. Even though it looks intense, it really can be blended out. It's blurring. It can go over powder. It's just a gorgeous, gorgeous formula. One of my favorite blushes, period. All right, then I have NARS Infatuated right here. Very pretty. Pretty deep, so I had to be careful with this one. And then I have a similar blush here from Clinique in Black Honey Pop. Super cute, beautiful formula as well. And then I had the Half Magic in the shade Don't Be a Doll. Another cream formula. And Pink Mushroom. This one is very light. I liked to use this, or I like to use it as a way of toning down my blush if I've gone a little too heavy-handed. So I really enjoy this. And the formula is beautiful as well. All right. And then as far as lips, I have the RMS Beauty. What are these called? I don't know. They're like watery lipstick, something or another. They're really a unique formula. They're highly pigmented. They sort of stain the lips and they feel kind of cooling and like almost like water when they go on the lips. But I don't know, I find they can be, sometimes it feels like they're a bit drying. I don't know if that's just on a bad lip day, but they're beautiful. I bought this. It was a trio, and it was a better deal to buy it that way. And all three of these colors are stunning. Then I have the Peri Para Slip on My Lip. Beautiful little crayon here. Super pretty formula. Very affordable. Here's the Chanel La Rouge Duo. And the shade is Light Rose. Super pretty. Very, very long lasting if you need something to stay on all day. It's pretty good. I did find I had to reapply it one day. I don't don't know, but I could have forgotten. I think I'm going to actually leave this out because I can't quite remember. And I want to try it again. Then I have the e.l.f. Glow Reviver Lip Oil, I think it's called. And this is the shade Rose Envy. A beautiful formula, very affordable, and the color is stunning. This is a stain I got in an Ipsy bag or Allure, I can't remember. Real Her Magic Black to Pink Watery Lip Stain. It looks intimidating, but it is just one of those pH adjusting lippies that changes color. It's a very pretty pink. All right, and here we have the Clinique Chubby Stick Cheek Color Balm, and this is a multi-use stick. I did use it quite a bit. It can be used on all over the face, so a good product, and it does set down. Another beautiful stick product here, the Unreal Healthy Glow Blush Stick in the shade Peachy Glow. This one's beautiful, and I also have the Cherry Glow. Both of them are stunning. And then while we're talking about Charlotte Tilbury, this Glowgasm Beauty Light Wand in the shade Pinkgasm is so incredibly beautiful. I'm always happy with my makeup when I'm using this. It just adds something gorgeous to the cheeks, and I'm really happy with it. Let's see. Then I have Rare Beauty Happy, the liquid blush. This is very beautiful as well, and it does, a little goes a long way. Here we have the Huda Beauty Cotton Candy Blush Filter. This is super cute. I love the packaging. It is a mini. It came as a duo, and I got rid of the other one. And then this is the Nakia Joy Cheeky Liquid Blush. This is a very good formula. Oh, the sticker's coming off. This is the shade Flirty. Really gorgeous. Little goes a long way, and you can use it on the eyes, on the cheeks, on the lips. Very stunning. All right, here we have L'Oreal Infallible in the shade 445 and 425. Yeah. Neither of them suit me perfectly, so I have to mix and match to get the perfect shade, or sometimes I use them just to mix in with other foundations to get it the right color. But this formula is very good. Used to be my ride or die. This formula here, and it's the shade 31NN, and then Stay Naked Weightless Liquid Foundation. It can be pretty drying, and the color is not a perfect match for me, but it does stay on like all day long. So one of my favorite combos was to mix this with this, because this one's a little too dark, this one's a little too light, and this is a little too matte, this is a little too glowy, but together it's a great combo. This is the e.l.f. Soft Glam Satin Foundation in the shade 25. This one doesn't last that well on me because I do have combo oily skin, but the color, like I said, isn't the best. So if you need something glowy, hydrating, then I recommend this. For us oily girls, I don't think this is the best option, but if you need to add a little hydration to a foundation, then this is a good option. Next, I have this gorgeous Maybelline Take the One Matte. This, I don't think I used it. I bought it and showed it in a haul video, so I'm going to put this aside to save to use for this coming month, although I did use it like once or twice. Then I have the Morphe Outer Spice palette. This eyeshadow is really beautiful. It's so gorgeous. The metallic, it has like a metallic, a satin, and a topper. I'll show you the difference in the three. Just beautiful tones. You can see that I didn't use all of the shadows, but every time I used this palette, I was so happy with my eye look. It just blew me away how gorgeous this palette is. It was one of my favorites that I used for the month, actually. Then I have the Fenty Beauty What a Brat highlighter. I actually didn't use this, so I'll put it aside for next month. Here we have the Essence Pure Nude highlighter. This baby is a classic for a reason. Be My Highlight is the shade. It's so subtle and stunning. If you're afraid of glittery, glowy, beam me up to space highlighter, then this is the one for you. It just does something beautiful to the cheeks, and it's super affordable. Here we have the Victoria Beckham eyeshadow in Rose Tea, I think is the name of this one. Tea Rose. This is a beautiful, beautiful shadow. It can be subtle or built up. Stunning color. Then I have the Fenty Beauty Riri Gloss. Very beautiful as well. And I like the formula a lot. This Charlotte Tilbury lip liner in Walk of No Shame. Stunning formula, stunning color. Very good longevity. And then I have this Laura Geller Modern Classic waterproof liner in Radiant Rose. Beautiful formula, beautiful color. This is 90210 by Persona. Very gorgeous, very dark, but stunning nonetheless. This NARS Take Me Home Velvet Matte Lip Pencil. I didn't use this. If I did, I don't remember, so I'm going to keep this out for next month. Then I have Urban Decay Ravenswood Cream Lipstick. Very pretty, a very gorgeous formula. Lunar Beauty, I love this packaging, in Doodle. And look at this bullet. This is not the prettiest lipstick you've ever seen in your life. Very, very pretty. And then I have Hung Van Gogh in the shade Limitless Sky. This feels so luxe. It is a stunning formula. Beautiful packaging. Feels weighty. Does not disappoint. And then I have Candy Flip by Pat McGrath. I actually did not use this. I'll use it this coming month. And then I have Rouge 8. This one I did use. Beautiful, but very, very matte. This Milani Color Fetish stain in the shade Rose Rising is stunning. And it leaves some hydration to the lips. Love the shape of the applicator and very affordable. This Buxom Gloss in Dolly. This is my favorite color in this formula. Very beautiful. It doesn't do a super intense plump, but it is good. And I have this blush all over face stick, I guess. Sunset Gold. Very, very pretty. I don't remember using this though. I think I'm going to keep it in. And then I have the Melt Matte Plumping. I don't want to say gloss because it's matte. It's in Ultra Picante. So if you want to mattify and plump, this is the way to go. If you don't want a glossy plump, which most plumping formulas are gloss. So I think all of them are, as a matter of fact. So this is really a unique product. I didn't use it as much as I wanted, so I think I'm going to leave this in. And I do like a plump, so I can use it more. And then this is L'Oreal in the shade Raisin Rapture. Very beautiful brick red kind of color. I think I'm going to leave that in because I don't think I used it. And then I have two YSL. One of them is not YSL. I refilled the bullet with, it's this one. I mixed up a couple lipsticks in the microwave and poured it in. And this is not YSL. It's a random, it's Anastasia and some other lipstick. But I love the tube. And then this is YSL in the shade 15. This is a beautiful, very nourishing formula. Then I have S'il vous plaît, L'Oreal, a very pretty cranberry wine. I guess I should say it's more like a wine shade. Ooh, I was putting these in the wrong spot. Take these out. All right, and then I have NYX Gumdrop Gloss in the shade. Where's the shade name? Oh, here we go. Bubblegum Burst. This was from my haul, and I didn't use it, I don't believe, so I'm going to keep this in for this month. And then I have this YSL lipstick in 216. It's the Inks Blur formula. I used this once, I believe, and that's not enough. So I'm going to put this in again. All right, let me grab some more stuff. All right, I don't remember if I had this in for my Shop My Stash or not. It's the medium matte bronzer, but I love this bronzer. It's just a beautiful experience to use it. The color's gorgeous, so I'm going to leave this in for next month as well if I didn't already have it in, because I have been using it. And this Rare Beauty contour is so gorgeous. I almost don't want to put it away, but I have other contour slash bronzer cream liquid things that I want to use. But yeah, that's beautiful. And then I have this Charlotte Tilbury eyeliner in Pillow Talk. You can see I've used it quite a bit. This Half Magic stick in the shade Beige Mystique. Stunning. I love the sparkle. I like it all over the lid. I like it to line my lower lash line to give a beautiful pop. This is a beautiful color. Then I have the Natasha Denona powder foundation here. I don't use it like a powder foundation. I just like to use it where I feel like I need a little bit more coverage or to blend out eyeshadow. I found this is a really excellent formula to blend out eyeshadow if things aren't blending the way I want, to help kind of brighten up under my eyebrow or to blur things out or to fix mistakes. Yeah, so this was beautiful, and it's the shade N3. Then I have the Hourglass Quad in the shade Realist, or the color story is called Realist. This is a beautiful eyeshadow when I don't know what I want to do and I need something quick, simple. It blends really easily. It's a very soft palette, and yeah, beautiful packaging as well, of course. I have this Unearthly Cosmetics Shadowed Petal eyeshadow palette. I did only use this once because it's quite an intense palette, but it is beautiful. You can create some pretty looks with that. Then I had the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. This is one of my favorite setting sprays in the world. Very beautiful, very blurring, I guess I should say blurring. It just melts everything together beautifully. It gives you a nice, fresh looking glow to your skin. Makes your makeup look like skin, and it makes it last really well. I don't remember if I had this in or not, but I have been using it. And I think I'm gonna put it aside for now, but I can't remember if I have another setting spray that I want to use in place of this or not. We'll see when I shop my stash, I guess. Then I have this Natasha Denona concealer in the shade N5. This is a beautiful concealer. Some people like to use it as foundation. I have used it on occasion in place of foundation if I'm trying to do something super quick. It gives a really beautiful skin-like look. Excellent coverage, medium to full, I'd say. And it's not quite matte, but it's not super glowy either. It's just very good formula. Here I have the Victoria Beckham highlighter stick in the shade Pearl. Beautiful highlighter. Gives a really nice wet look. Then I have the Huda Beauty Easy Blur Foundation in the shade Toasted Coconut. This is almost gone, so I think I'm going to leave it in. I am wearing it today, actually. Very nice. And I have the Forever Glow Star Filter in the shade 2. This is a stunning highlighter. I use it under makeup, and it works wonders. So beautiful, and it gives a little bit of coverage as well. And I have the Rare Beauty highlighter in the shade Mesmerize. I was wanting to use this every single day. This is a stunning highlight. I love this color. The formula is very sparkly, but you just need like the tiniest, let me just show you. Tiniest little bit goes a long way. See that shine? Oh, love this stuff. Then I have this eyeliner, and it's the Urban Decay Whiskey Liner. I did just buy this, and I don't think I had it in my Shop My Stash, but I'm going to add it because I have been using it, and when I want a dark brown liquid liner, this is the only one I have at the moment, so I'm just going to leave that in. And here I have the Tower 28 Concealer in the shade K-Town. This is a really great formula. This is more of an all over my skin color, not quite a brightening for my under eye. But I did use it in the under eye, and then I would use like a brightening powder. And it works really well. It stays pretty good, and I'm just so impressed with this, especially because it's a clean brand. This Morphe concealer is more like a color corrector for me, and it is a medium coverage, but I'd say like a light medium, and it is very hydrating, so it doesn't quite set down as much as like the Tower 28, but it is a pretty good formula for the price. This Westman Atelier concealer is gorgeous. The packaging, though, because it's so heavy duty, I'm wanting to scrape the sides to get the remaining concealer that's in here, and I can't. And then I have a spatty, but I can't even fit the spatty in there because the hole is so tiny. So although the packaging's beautiful, I feel like it's not quite as functional as they maybe wanted it to be. But it is a beautiful formula, and it does set down. The shade I had is shade L4, and it's gone. I can't get any more out, so I'm gonna put this in my empties. I forgot to say the name shade of the Morphe one. It was Buff 4C. Then I have this Hung Van Gogh Sharpenable Liner in the shade Taupe. This is really nice. I don't have another color like this. His gel liner, though, is my favorite, but I did give it to my mom. It smudges and then sets down like nobody's business, and she really wanted that for her hooded eyes. This Physicians Formula liner is dried out and not my favorite. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in my empties as well. This Lancome Lash Idol mascara, I'm going to leave it in, but for now, it's still so wet and chunky that it weighs my lashes down and doesn't hold the curl. But I'm going to go ahead and keep trying it because maybe when it dries out more, it'll do something better. And then I have this Buxom mascara, and it's called the Lash Extension Lift Mascara. I'm going to keep trying it because maybe when it dries out, it'll hold the curl better. Same with my Dibs mascara. It's a double-ended. It has a primer on one side and then a mascara on the other. So I am going to leave this in to keep trying it. And maybe when it dries out more, it'll hold the curl better. This ribbon wrapped lash mascara, same. It feels like it's starting to dry out and it's sort of wanting to hold a curl. So hopefully with time it'll get better. Then I have this eyebrow pencil, and it's by Dominique Cosmetics. I did show this in a haul. I like the shape of it and the color's really nice. I didn't realize that it has this on the end. It says that this is to sharpen. I'm not sure how to exactly sharpen this. I guess I could look online to figure that out, but I didn't realize that it has this brow pencil on the end, or brush on the end, which is neat. And the shade is neutral brown. So yeah, I really like this. And I think I'm gonna put it away for now and use my NYX one instead. Okay, now I need to grab some more stuff to put away. All right, I used this entire lip oil up, the Clarins in the shade 4. This was a really, really beautiful texture. It nourished my lips, and I used it up because I was sick for about a week and a half, so this was the only thing I was putting on my lips because I didn't want to contaminate my other lip products, but it was nice because it helped me to finish this up. Anyway, I'm going to put that in my empties. And let's see. Here I have the Moira Statement Gel Liner in the shade Red. I didn't actually use that. I just wasn't wanting to reach for it, so I'm going to put it away. And if I need a red liner, then I'll reach for that. And here's the Rare Beauty Shadow Stick in the shade... Contentment. This is beautiful for the lower lash line, or it could be used all over the lid, but I just liked it on the lower lash line myself. This is a ColourPop eyeliner, and it is a multi-chrome or duochrome in the shade Actin' Up. Beautiful. This is the Moira Statement Gel Liner in the shade Navy. Then I have this Ulla Henriksen in Strawberry Sorbet. This is a beautiful, nourishing balm. Here's the Pokemon ColourPop. It's like a pH adjusting balm. Very cute. Didn't really use it as much as I wanted, but I'm still going to put it away, I think. And then this one I did use actually more than I thought I would. It's the Kiss You Lip Tint by Tatcha in the shade Plum Blossom. Very pretty formula, and it has SPF in it. I think I might leave this in actually, since it has SPF. I probably need to use that up pretty soon. Here I have a Makeup by Mario gloss in the shade Rose Crush. This is a gorgeous gloss. Very, very glowy. I like the doe foot. And then I have Patrick Ta in the shade Full Syringe. This is a beautiful plumper as well. It seems more like a cinnamon plump instead of like minty. And then I have this L'Oreal Rosy Utopia. It's, what is it called? Lip color. This is like a liquid lip balm or something. It's not really a lipstick. It's like a glossy balm. And it has quite a bit of pigment, as you can see. Then I have the Polite Society Polite Pout Glossy Lip Balm. I tried this out today, actually, and it's the first time that I used it this whole time that I had it in my Shop My Stash. So I think I'm going to leave it in. And then I have this Viper Lip Plumper by Nabla. This is a gorgeous plumper. I really like it. Yeah, it's just good, and it's clear. There's no pigment to it. I'm a huge fan of this packaging. So gorgeous. And then I have the Fenty Plumping Gloss. It's kind of like the same shade as the Patrick Ta one. And this is in the shade Hot Cherry. Then I have a Kulfi Stain in the shade Black Cherry. It's okay. I have a Violet FR Lip Nectar in the shade Batiste. That one's just okay. I have this Lawless gloss in the shade Velvet. You can see it's a very thick, and it does have a very light pigment to it. I like the shape of that doe foot. Here's another ColourPop liner in the shade Power Trip, and it's another multi-chrome. This is a really good formula and affordable, of course. ColourPop in the shade Ventura Boulevard, another multi-chrome. Then I have the Victoria Beckham in Bordeaux. Beautiful liner. It's similar to the Pillow Talk liner from Charlotte Tilbury. And then here I have the shade Cinnamon. Very, very gorgeous. Shimmery brown. And I have another one of these 24/7 ink liner in the shade Oil Slick. I didn't use this at all, or if I did, I don't remember, so I'm going to leave it in. Then I have the Natasha Denona in the shade Taupe. Very good formula. I have Persona liner in the shade Plum. You can see that I'm a pencil liner fiend. This is the Give Beauty in the shade Spiderwebs. Very, very good formula as well. If anyone knows if this company is being discontinued, let me know, please. Because their stuff's been on sale for a million years. The Half Magic Sparkle Stick in the shade Phobot. This is another stunning shadow stick. This Natasha Denona lip liner in the shade Berry Pop. It goes with a lipstick. Beautiful, beautiful liner. This is ColourPop Lippy Pencil in the shade Bossy. A very pretty red. And we have this Superstay ink crayon in the shade Own Your Empire. I used to be in love with this formula, but I wore it one day and I wasn't impressed with it. When I had to reapply, it was just, I don't know, getting kind of cakey and didn't like that. So I'm going to declutter this. And then I have this LA Girl Shockwave Nude Liner in the shade Rosewood. This is actually darker than I thought it would be. Might be a pretty eyeliner, actually. Or maybe it was this About Face one that I'm thinking of. Let's see. This is in the shade Paper Romance. Oh, it broke. It looks like it's about the same shade, though, as this one. I don't know. If it's blended out, then it's, like, better for my lips. But, yeah, they're both really pretty and good formulas. Then I have this Clinique Balm in the shade Pink Honey. A very nice balm. This NYX Smushy Lip Matte Balm in the shade Snuggle Season. Very stunning. And I like how it blurs. And I have 3 of the Huda contour stains. This one's in the shade Baby Pink. This is in the shade Cherry Red. And this is in the shade Rosewood. I didn't use these as much as I thought I would, so I think I'm going to leave these in. And I had warm brown as well, I think it was, but I gave it to a friend. Next, I have my loose powders. I had the Hourglass Veil. This is a beautiful powder, very, very finely milled. And then this is the Queen. This is my favorite, Huda in the shade Cupcake. I've also tried Banana Bread, I think. That one was a bit too dark. This one suits me better, but I still want to try other shades. You can see I've used quite a bit of that. And I have this Bobbi Brown Pac-Man pressed powder. It is very light, so I did use it, even though it's translucent. I used it just for like setting under eyes. I feel like it did kind of brighten a bit. I might keep it in to try that again for this coming month, because I did only use it like a couple times to try that. Then I have this Revlon Color Stay Blot, and it's shade 1. Doesn't say what shade 1 means, but I think it's just like translucent. It was actually, I don't know, kind of dark, so I didn't like it under my eyes, but I did like it all over my face. It's actually a great powder, especially considering it's drugstore. And then I have this About Face powder, and it's in the shade Veil. This is a super blurring kind of powder. It has like a thickness to it that kind of helps to blur, like fill in lines and whatnot. I don't know, there's just something special about it. All right, we're in the home stretch now. I've got this Natasha Denona in the shade, or Color Story Mini Star. Very, very pretty. Too Faced, and it's the limited edition holiday palette from last year. Very happy with this anytime I use it. It is stunning. The Viseart Petite Fours in Violetta. I actually didn't use this because I was going for lighter looks, so I think I'm going to leave this in again. This is not ColourPop Original 1111. It has a couple of the shades, and then it also has some Glaminatrix shadows in there. And is that, I think, is it only Glaminatrix? Oh, yeah. Yeah, just Glaminatrix and ColourPop are in here. I did rearrange it to my liking. This is a Glaminatrix palette in Elegant Eyes. I did use this one more than the next one you're about to see, since it's more of a neutral kind of palette. This one is Entrancing Eyes. Very, very pretty. But as you can see, colorful compared to the other one. This is stunning. The Wayne Goss Luxury Eye Palette in the shade Amber. Love this palette. You get so much in here, and the formula is so good. Then I have this Milani Gilded Mini. I didn't use it. It's just darker than I was wanting to go, and you can see one of the shadows broke. I could repress it in there if I wanted to, but I'm just going to declutter it since I'm not drawn to it, even though it is pretty. Oh, and it's called Call Me Old Fashioned. Then I have the Naked Reloaded palette, and I am wearing this on my eyes today, actually. Really pretty. And I have the Gemini palette by Melt. Stunning, stunning. And then I have the Naked, Original Naked palette. Very pretty. I didn't wear it as much as I thought I would. Then I have the Sigma Little Mermaid palette. Very pretty. Unique color story. The formula is extremely good. And then I have Pat McGrath here. I think it's the Utopian Dream. Let's see. Yes, Utopian Dream. Very gorgeous color story. And then I have a couple of cream loose shadows. Alright, so I have Moira Star Show Shadow Pot in the shade Muse. This is beautiful. I cannot believe how good this is for the price. And then I have another one. This one's in the shade Eureka. Both are stunning. And then I have the CoverGirl, and it's in one, the Kelsey Ballerini. Very pretty. And then I have a KVD Dazzle Stick in the shade Ash Storm. And another one in the shade Hail Surge. You can see I like this one more. And this Give Loose Shadow in the shade Twinkle. Very, very pretty. A little goes a long way. And that's that. Now we can get into looking through my collection. All right, I'm going to start off a little different today. I'm going to start in eyeshadow. And I didn't put my other stuff away because I wanted to make it easier on myself to choose some new things for the month. So let's see. I feel like I used these last, or the time before last. Don't remember if I used this one or not. I think I'm going to bring in this one. And then, which one of these do I want? Maybe this one looks like pinky. I'm going to do this one. All right, let's keep going here. I've got Bouquet, Glimmer. Ooh, let's do that one. And then, no, I had that last time, and I had these in last time. I think that's it for singles. All right, we'll look through these. Most of these are indie eyeshadow palettes. Let's see. I don't remember if I had this in the time before last, but I want to bring that one in. Ooh, that looks beautiful for wintry looks. This is from Ensley Rain. It was the Cosmic Dreamer palette, and I created like a mini palette from it. Ooh, do these Odin's Eye ones maybe. These are Glaminatrix. Yeah, let's do Odin's Eye since last time I did Ensley Rain. And then I know I had those out last time, and I had that one out last time. Ooh, yes, I haven't used this one. The new Grinch palette. I think that's it for the indie. Let's look at the mainstream. All right, excuse the angle. Let's see. I used that recently. It's a pretty simple, and this one reminds me of that Call Me Old Fashioned palette that I had. I'm just gonna pick one more, I think, from this drawer. I think I'm going to go for this soft one. Alright, now I'm going to go through my eyeshadow sticks. Some of these are like liner eyeshadow kind of thingies. I think I'll do this one. Try this Morphe one. That one. I definitely want like a lower lash kind of shadow, like sparkly. Ooh, this is a really pretty inner corner one. I'm gonna do these two. While we're on liners, I'm gonna go ahead and do some eyeliners. Let's see. I think I'm gonna do this one. Oh, this one, I don't know if I shared with y'all. That one's gorgeous. And I'm gonna try this brown liquid liner. I don't think I've tried it. And then let's do this gray. Ooh, I forgot about this for when I was putting away the old stuff. So this is actually empty. So I need to put that into my empties. And then I did use this sunscreen, and I used it like a primer as well. It does mattify. I used this one, which was a really good mattifying primer. This one I didn't really use, so I think I'm gonna leave that in. And I didn't really use this one either, so I think I'll go ahead and use that one. This one I don't remember using. This I used a ton. This I did not use. And then this one I did use a couple of times, but it's pretty strong. I don't think I want to use that. So I'm going to put it away. And then I think that's it for primers. Ooh, pulled the whole drawer out. Oh, I forgot. I got this. I think I'm going to use this setting spray as well. And then maybe, you know, I'm going to give this another chance because I wasn't liking it. For bronzer / contour, I think I'm going to use this one. These two are a bit light. I think I might declutter those, to be honest, even though they're very pretty. And then while we're here, I'm going to go ahead and pick out some highlighter. I'm going to use this Pillow Talk highlighter, and then let's see, do I want that one? And, ooh, yeah, I think I'm going to do these two. One is more pinky and one's more champagne. Alright, now we're going to look at blush. So last month I picked out so many liquid and creams that I was struggling to find a powder blush, so I think I need to use mostly powders this time. But I think I'm gonna bring this one in, and oh yeah, this one. All right, now let me pick out some powder blush. These are more cream than powder, but I'm gonna pick this like nudie one. And then let's see. You know what? I'm gonna bring these all in. And then let me do that cute pink one. Oop, just dropped that. Ooh, let me do this one since it's both cream and powder. All right, I think that's all I'm gonna pick for blush. All right, this is kind of an awkward angle for how I have my tripod set up, but I'm gonna do my best to pick a concealer. This is a new one that I really have been wanting to use. My goodness, I'm dropping everything. I think I need to try this one again and this one. Maybe the House Labs also. Alright, I moved my powders up here. I'm going to choose a couple of pressed powders to get my thoughts. I think I'll do these two. Oh, I want to add in this concealer too. And then for lip balm, like to prep for skin prep or makeup prep, I'm going to do this one. Let's see here. My son was using that. Let's see here. No, not concealer. For foundation, excuse the shaky camera work here. I think I'm gonna do this one. No. This one. This one. This one. Maybe that one. And goodness. Ah, sorry. Okay, now for powder. This is actually the YSL powder. I returned it because I didn't have that high of an opinion of it, but I haven't used it in a long time. And my skin's probably different. Well, today it's actually 80 something degrees, but when the weather gets colder, there's supposed to be a cold front. Maybe I'll like it better when the weather's colder. I don't know. We'll try that. And then this, I didn't use much. I did just get that powder. That looks like it's almost gone, so I'm going to go ahead and try to finish that. Ooh, yes, this Dominique Cosmetics powder is new. I'm going to try that one. And then this looks like it's almost gone. This is Florasis. I think I'm going to do that one. Maybe one more. and do this Halo Glow setting powder by e.l.f. All right, now I need to pick out some lip products. In here I have lipstick. Let's see, this is a pinky. Both of them are kind of pinky nudes. Pick those two. This is a super matte lipstick, I remember. Ooh, I haven't used this. I think I'm gonna do this one. Since I didn't like the red, I'm wondering if I'll like this one better. Around the World. I don't know if it was like a color issue or a formula issue. And then maybe this Fenty. Ooh, I'm gonna do this NARS one. I think I need to turn the light off. All right, that's better. Okay, let's see. I want to do, these are like balms down here. I think I'll do one. Then I'm going to do both of these. One's more of a red and one's more mauve-y. Then from over here, let's see. I'm going to do this Natasha Denona one. And then maybe these two. And then, ooh, yeah, let's do this Dolly lipstick here. All right, and here I have stains. I'm gonna do that one. This Clarins stain. All right, and in here I have a bunch of gloss. Back there are some that I prepped for declutter, actually. I hope to film that soon. Ooh, I want to try this one for lip prep. I had that at work. Don't remember what I think of this gloss. And that looks like it's almost done, so I'm going to try to finish that off. Ooh, this one too. I need a lumpy gloss. I've had this one for a while and I really like the color. And then that one's super sparkly, so that'd be different. And then I already have this plumpy gloss in my my makeup bag. So I think I'm gonna change it out for this one. All right, and I think, ooh, let me do this Dibs Beauty one. And then I think that's it. I totally forgot about my new stuff to show y'all. All right, so I'm gonna shop through that too. So this Tier is in the shade Shell Beige. I'm gonna put that one in. And then this is an Ipsy bag. So I have this Luna Magic Amore palette. Very cute, but I think I'm gonna give that away. Free with purchase from my Mercari. Same with this facial scrub, Yensa Tone Up Primer, Day Gel Eyeliner in Orchid, and a Maracuja Juicy Lip. And then I got this Dragon's Blood Rhodial Eye Gel. I'll probably keep that one. Put it in my fridge. Super cute little bag it came with too. I'll probably include that as a free gift with purchase for someone. And then I got this ColourPop Shrek collection. It was on sale, and I've been wanting a couple of the products. I thought it was just a really good deal. So I'm going to pull this palette in. My oldest son, it was like one of his first favorite movies when he was like a year and a half old. He called Shrek Gee. So cute. I love that movie, and it brings back happy memories of my baby boy, who is now 20. Then I got some glosses that it came with. I'm probably gonna sell all of those on Mercari because I don't really want them. And then this I did really want. I love the little gingerbread man, and it's one of those rollerball glosses, which brings me back to my childhood. So cute. So I'm going to bring that in, and then this Instant Crush blush. You could use it on your lips too, I believe. Yeah, lip and cheek balm. True Love's Form. Really pretty pink. And then this is it's a multi-chrome eyeliner. I didn't realize that. And then the BFF Volumizing Mascara, which I've never tried. It looks like it's going to be in maroon, maybe? Burgundy. Oh, maybe it's brown. Let's see. Yeah, like a brownish burgundy. That's kind of cool. Try that formula out. And then, ooh, that's pretty. I'm going to keep that. And then, oh, here's another blush. Let's see, this shade is Fairy Tale Things. Oh, that looks really pretty. I'm going to keep that one too. And then it came with this glittery Obsessed Body Glitter Gel. Sounded like I said gel. Ogres are like onions. That's cute. Very chunky glitter. I have a lot of dress-up days at work, and I like to use glitter on those days, a lot of them, so I think I'm going to keep that for those days. And then I'm not sure if I shared this last time, but I gave this palette to one of my friends who is getting married. This was one of my favorite palettes. It's a Mini Starlet. I'm not going to bring it in because it's very similar tones to the I Need a Nude, and I know that I'd be using this over that since it's more condensed. But I did want to share that I got that. And there's more. I signed up for the Icon Box from Allure, or Ipsy. I think that's what it's called anyway. So let me share what I got from that. I got the Rhodial Glass Powder, Loose Blurring Powder. I am going to keep that. Y'all know I'm a powder freak. This packaging is really cool. Yeah, can't wait to try that. And then I've been wanting to try this Persona mascara. It's a tubing formula, so I'll definitely keep that. I'm excited to try it. And then I got this 8 Faces Brilliance Serum with Lotus and Vitamin C. It says, illuminate your skin for all skin types. Notice firmer skin, brighter skin, renewed radiance. Active lotus plant cells for refining the skin tone, renewing, glow, balance, brightening, radiate, and improves texture. I think I'll go ahead and keep that too. And then I read you could mix it in with a foundation. Like if a foundation's too thick, I guess, instead of just using it as a serum. Super cute bottle. And then I got this Dr. B, which is Dr. Brandt glycolic acid renewal mask. I think I'm gonna sell that. This Natasha Denona retro glam palette. I'm really torn as to whether I should keep it or sell it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna sell it because I don't think I would be drawn to a lot of the greens. So yeah, I'm gonna leave this untouched so that I can sell it on my Mercari. And then it came with this soft fill lip pencil by Lithe in 2 shades, Dusk and Scarlet. Oh, I don't think I picked out any lip liners. I'll just use these, I guess. Oh, they're thick ones. That's cool. Yeah, definitely I'm going to keep that and try those for the month. Then I got the Natasha Denona I Need a Rose lipstick. That color's really pretty, but I don't need that many light colored lipsticks because I already have some, and it's for like, you know, a specific purpose, so I don't need that many. I'm gonna post that. Then I got this Bisha Essential Eye Designer Duo in the shade Downtown Black and Uptown Brown. I think I'll put that to sell as well. That was it for the icon box, and then I did purchase this from RMS. So the one they sent me originally, it spilled out, and then I messaged them, and they sent me another one. This is the Super Serum Hydrating Mist. Application Shake Well to Blend. My mom loves this. So I want to try it for myself, even though I don't have dry skin and she does. Since it's winter time, I might find that I like it. So yeah, now we can get to the swatching. All right, I think that's all the foundation and concealer. Let's start with these. I got Makeup Forever HD Skin in the shade 1N14. I think is the shade Y245, and then it says 3CO2. I don't know, it has a lot of names, so not really sure. But we shall see. Okay, I just put a little too much. That is quite yellow. All right, and then I have this one size Turn Up the Base in the shade Light 15R. I believe it doesn't come out of the pump anymore. Oh, okay. Actually did. That's quite a difference. The R stands for rosy, I believe. So maybe those two mixed would suit my skin better. And then here I have the NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation in the shade Fiji. Put that right here. That one looks pretty yellow too. And then I have this Huda foundation stick. Oh wow, that looks really yellow. I think it's my lighting. Maybe that's looking yellow. Let me see if I can make it a little better with a different light. All right, hopefully that's better. It looks a little bit more true to color. Yeah, because this is more of like a neutral tone. This is supposed to be like a rosy undertone, and then these two look more yellow. This one actually looks the most neutral. The stick was the shade 150G Creme Brulee. And then I have the Tier Shell Beige 22N. So this is definitely supposed to be a neutral. Let's see what that looks like. Oh yeah. So there are the foundations I have picked out for the month. Alright, now let's move on to concealer. I have House Labs in the shade 13, a light neutral. And the NYX Bear With Me Concealer Serum in the shade Medium Vanilla. That is really, really light. I need to use that to brighten some concealers. This is Laura Mercier in the shade 2C2. Looks like more of like a color corrector for me. Dominique in the shade Café con Leche. I like the applicator. It's metal. That's cool. And then the Hourglass in the shade Ecru 3.5. Quite a bit of variation in those stones. Yeah. All right, we'll do powders next. Here's the Moira loose powder. This is kind of, I don't know, I want to say it feels gritty, super, super, super finely milled. But I feel like it's just blending away into nothing. Like an HD powder or something. Alright, and then we have the Dominique Cosmetics in the shade Translucent. That has some substance to it. Feels like it's gonna fill in my pores a bit and blur out some stuff that needs blurring. Then we have the Florasis in the shade Peach Blossom, I think. Or shade 5, not sure. It has a bit of a lavender tone to it. I don't know if y'all can tell, but it's slightly lavender. That's a super finely milled powder as well. You can see it compared to the Dominique one. It's a lighter weight powder for sure compared to that one. And then I have this new Rhodial glass powder. Never tried it. Excited to try that. Ooh, it feels nice. Oh, wow. I feel like it's filling in my lines. I don't know. It doesn't have a shade on it. I guess there's only one shade. Then I have the e.l.f. Halo Glow. I can't remember what I think of this. It does have a slight satiny finish to it, so I don't know that I'm gonna like that. But I will give it a try again, because I need to film a powder declutter video. I've been saying I'm gonna film a powder video to compare all of them, and then I haven't done it. Here are my pressed powders. I picked out the Maybelline Super Stay, and it's a powder foundation. It feels really similar to the Natasha Denona one, actually. This is in the shade 120. Then I have this Tower 28, gets it in Palisades Pink. It did break a long time ago, and then this feels really dry. I'm hoping to use it as like an under eye brightening kind of powder. And I'm hoping to finish it since it broke a long time ago. Oh, and then I forgot I have this YSL one that I have in the bag. I need to get an empty container out to put that in. Oh my goodness. That is very white. Wonder if that can blend out. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like it can be blended out. Really nice finish. But we shall see. Alright, I'm going to do sprays next. I have this Scandinavia Bridal. That's a fierce spray. Then I have the Airbrush Setting Spray Matte Blur. Travel size. Ooh, that's more, I don't know, like centered. The spray is more centered, so I'm going to have to hold that quite far away. So that spray is also kind of fierce, but then it's concentrated in the middle, which is kind of odd. And then this is the RMS Hydrating Spray. Ooh, I like that mister. This one's the Radiance Lock Setting Mist. This nozzle's terrible. It's squirting out awful, so I'm gonna have to put that in my old setting spray bottle from that tier 1. And then while we're at it, I'm gonna try this Brilliance Serum. See what that looks like. Oh wow. There's a thickness to it. Feels very nice. Feels oily. It smells good. Very spa-like. Nice. I'll probably keep that in my fridge to give me a little luxury experience in the mornings. Maybe also this one. I feel like that would be good to do for that in the morning. Oh, I forgot a powder. The Laura Mercier Ultra Blur and Translucent. Okay, now last time I said that there was like some glitter shimmer in it. I want to make sure. It looks slightly... No, I don't know. I feel like there is a satin kind of finish to it. But anyway. Alright, now that's it for powder. I'm going to do these liners next. And the mascara. Alright, so here I have the ColourPop BFF liner. Ooh, look, that's bleeding. I don't know if I'm going to like it. Then this is the ColourPop Shrek liner. Multi-chrome in the shade Fire Breath. It's shifting from like green to red to orange. Bronze, kind of. This is the Pixie Endless Silky Eye Pen in the shade Black Cocoa. I like that a lot. And then I have this Nabla Arrow number 2. Brown's definitely my favorite liner color. And then I have this Sephora collection one in Shimmer Taupe. This is a really good formula as well. This is the Ulta collection liner in the shade Charcoal Glitter. Can't remember what I think of that, but it looks pretty. Then I have this L'Oreal Le Shadow Stick. It used to be that it would irritate my eyes if I put it in the waterline, so I want to give it another chance for that. On the lid or upper lash line, I haven't had an issue with it, so we'll see. And then I have this Julep Beauty Shadow Stick in the shade. Oh, it's a cream to powder. Cool. Russet Shimmer. And the Le Shadow Stick by L'Oreal in the shade Twinkly Rose. That's pretty. Then this is the Hourglass in the shade Voyeur. Very nice. Then I have this Morphe one. Here's the Shadow Stick. Ooh, that's broken. Looks pretty good though. I have had it for like, I think 2 years maybe. Maybe it's only been one. That's, I don't know, like a yellow gold. Pretty. Let's see if I can cheer it out a bit. Oh yeah, I would probably wear it more like that. Like a toppery kind of thing. Then I have the Danessa Myricks Color Fix Sticks. I like to keep this on there even though she says you don't have to, but I like to. This is Cassiopeia Duo number 5. I think that's the more metallic side. And then this is the more like toppery, glittery side. Yeah. And they do feel nice and cooling. You can see they do blend out nicely too. Really, oh look, those two look almost like these two. Or these two. Very nice. Alright, and then have this soft lip pencil in the shade Scarlet by Lithe. And then this is in the shade Dusk. Very nice. And then here's the Persona mascara. And it's just in the shade Black. And then I have the Shrek one. And it's the BFF formula. And this is in the shade Dragon. Swatched that earlier. Looks pretty cool. Alright, I'm going to do blush next. Here's the Patrick Ta Not Too Much. I love this blush. It could be my daily go-to blush, and I would be happy with it. It's very gorgeous. This is the only one that I kept, actually, from Patrick Ta. And then here I have Fenty Lollipoppy. And this is a suede powder blush. It's a really cool formula. The texture is so unique and it blurs. It's similar to the Rare Beauty Bouncy Blush formula, but it's not as like squishy. It feels more silky in the pan, but I feel like they kind of look similar on the cheeks. Alright, and then this one I think is my favorite. It's Bacon Cakes. Beautiful, beautiful nude blush. Then here's Petal Poppin'. Gorgeous. And Sundress Season. Let me swatch it next to Bacon Cakes because it looks similar. Okay, so this one has like a peachiness to it. Very pretty. Okay, then I have the MAC Blush Please Glow Play Blush. Very nice. I want to see how similar that is to Bacon Cakes, actually. Alright, so this one has more brown to it. Both gorgeous blushes, though. Alright, and then I have the Pokemon ColourPop blush. Oh, it felt kind of dry on top. Just swirl it to get it going. And that's in the shade Electro Ball. And then there's the other one, the ColourPop Sailor Moon blush in the shade Cat's Eye. It has glitter in it. Not too much glitter comes off though. Really pretty, soft, kind of pink. I just bought it for the packaging, honestly. Okay, and then I have the two Shrek blushes. This one's True Love's Form, and then this one is Fairy Tale Things. Very pretty. And those can be used on the cheeks and the lips. Alright, we'll do these eyeshadow palettes next. The Natasha Denona I Need a Nude palette. Such a beauty. This is a beautiful palette for a simple or what am I trying to say? Standout kind of look. You can go either way with it, but a lot of the colors are soft, but some of these shimmers or toppers are very punchy. So that's why I think you could do a super glamorous look with it. And it has very pretty tones. Love that palette. Then I have the new Grinch palette. Very, very pretty. Here we have Odin's Eye singles. Really, really pretty. I find probably these two are the ones that I'm going to use the most. Then I have the Too Faced Born This Way Cold Smolder Nudes. Like I said, it looked like that Milani Call Me Old Fashioned palette. Pretty close dupe. Let's do this one next. Again, this was Ensley Rain Cosmic Dreamer, and I just took my favorite shades from it to create this little mini palette, and then I sold the rest. Gorgeous, gorgeous formula. And I don't know, it seems like appropriate to wear for winter time. Although I don't always stick to, like, you can only wear certain colors in certain seasons. This is a beautiful go-to everyday palette as well. It's the Dose of Colors 9 Years Later palette. is it a mix of creams and powders? I think it, oh yeah, that's a cream to powder feel. And I think this one is, and maybe that one. And then the Shrek Color Pop palette. I have not touched this one yet. I'm very excited to touch it. Ooh, that's so pretty. I know I'm not really going to use most of the greens, but if you just like block out, not really that green, but like this green and this green, it's a nice like neutral palette. All right, I'll do these two highlighters next. I have the Dior Forever in Gold Halo, and then Natasha Denona Hygiene in 2 medium. They're both very stunning. And I always find it funny that they call this shade Gold Halo when there's nothing gold about it. This Natasha Denona one, on the other hand, is quite gold. And they call it 2 medium. Alright, and then I have this one from last month, Fenty Beauty What a Brat. It's more of a like blush topper, or a glittery highlighter, I guess. That'd probably be really pretty on the eyes too. And then I have the Pillow Talk Beauty Light Wand highlighter. That's beautiful. And I forgot this blush, the Unreal Liquid Blush by Hourglass. That's a beautiful shade, and the formula looks so pretty. All right, and then here I have the Dior bronzer in the shade 20 Medium Matte. Very, very pretty. Love that bronzer. And then I forgot, well, I didn't forget, but they were buried at the bottom of my, where I sorted my makeup for this month. So let me get out like the eyeliners and mascaras, blush, any of that I have left from last month. And then we'll do lips last. And primers. I have primers right here. Okay. So I have the All Nighter Primer by Urban Decay. And then here's the Catrice Magic Shine Eraser Gel to Powder. Now, I wasn't quite sure how to use this, but I think it was Jen Phelps that I saw use it with a brush. And I was like, oh, that's how you're probably supposed to use it. So I'll probably use that to cut down on shine at the end of my makeup, or maybe even for touch-ups. I'm curious now, because when I tried it just like with a sponge or my fingers, it was kind of lifting my makeup, and I did not appreciate that. Here's the Huda Easy Blur Foundation in the shade 240N Toasted Coconut. And then Here's the Sheer Finish Pressed Powder, the Bobbi Brown Pac-Man powder. It's very light. Then I have this Nude Sticks blush in the shade Sunset Gold. That almost looks like the Hourglass one, like a very close in shade. Yeah, wow. All right, and then I have this ribbon wrapped lash mascara by Too Faced. No, Polite, yeah, Too Faced. And then Buxom Lash Extension Lift Mascara. And then I thought I had the Dibs one in here, yeah. The Dibs, one side has this is the primer. It's brown. It's a deep brown. And then here is the mascara side. And then I have the two Urban Decay 24/7 Inks liner. They do have a brush tip. That one's Whiskey, and this one is Oil Slick. And then I have this Lancome Lash Idol mascara. And Petite Fours Violetta. And I went back to look at my past Shop My Stashes to make sure I don't pick out some of the same stuff. And I had this in the month before, and then I didn't use it. And now I put it in again last month. I didn't use it. Look at that. Oh my goodness. I need to make myself use it because that is beautiful. Same with this CoverGirl Kelsey Ballerini cream eyeshadow. I didn't use it for the past 2 months I've had it in. Didn't use it. So I need to make sure I use it. If not, I need to let it spread some joy to someone else. All right, we're gonna end with lips, which I definitely picked the most of. Goodness. All right, got a massive pile here. This is the Too Faced Maximum Plump in the shade. I don't see the shade anywhere on here. It just gives a bit of iridescence to the lips. And then, of course, it does plump. Wipe that off before it makes my hand burn. All right, and then let me look for my other plumping gloss. This is the Il Makiage in the shade NSFW. I really like this shade. My hand's wet, so it's not showing up. Gorgeous, gorgeous color. And I've had it for a while, so I want to try to get through that. And it's a fantastic formula. Let's see. Oh, I skipped a bronzer or contour. What is it called? Melting Bronzing and Sculpting Stick in the shade Chocolate Mousse. Very, very pretty. Has like an olivey tone, and I love the way it smells. It really does smell very chocolatey. All right, now we have only lip products left. This plumper is the Melt Ultra Picante, and it's matte, which I said before, you can see it does mattify. So unique. Love that. All right, and then I'm going to do this Tatcha Kisu lip mask. Comes with this cute little spatula, which I never use, but I will for this. It gives so much shine. I feel like it would be a good gloss to top a lipstick with, or a stain, because that is high shine. And it's kind of sticky, so I feel like it would stay on quite a long time, and that's why it's a good lip mask. Alright, and then I have this Polite Society Glossy Lip Balm, and it is pigmented in the shade Strawberry Glaze. Let's try and see if it has a scent. It does not, from what I can tell. Okay. And then I have this Too Faced Kissing Jelly Gloss in the shade Sour Watermelon. And then this one is Bubblegum. Oh, that has a lot of iridescence and glitter to it. Wow. That one's more sheer. Just like a hint of cherry color. And then I want to see how glittery it is compared to this Anastasia one, because that's the reason I picked this. Oh, wow. That's intense. It's like a goldish glitter, and this one's a pinky glitter. And I think that's it for gloss. Oh, no. I have this gloss by Dibs Beauty in the shade Mims. This one is my favorite shade. It's a very pretty nude. It has a hint of glitter in there too. Very light, finely milled shimmer. I guess I wouldn't call it glitter. Well, yeah, it's still glitter, just very small particles. And then I have this Day Mask Peptide Balm by Persona in the shade June. It's a really pretty nude. Oh, there is another gloss. I forgot. The Huda Beauty in the shade Sugar Baby. Oh, that has a lot of pigment to it. Wow, was not expecting that. Look at that. My goodness. All right, now I have some, let's do the stains next. These. I think that's it for stains. This is Clarins Watery Lip Stain, and it's called Nude Something, number 13. Really pretty. And then this is NYX Gumdrop in the shade Bubblegum Blast. And then I have some Huda lip contour stains. This is the shade Cherry Red. This one's Baby Pink. And this one is Rosewood. I'll leave those while I swatch on my other hand, and then we'll wipe away. Let's see how long it lasts, or how much the stain is left behind. All right, this is Chanel liquid lipstick in the shade Light Rose. So you put this on, and then you're supposed to seal it with this, and it makes it stay on longer. Gives a bit of shine as well. Then I have this YSL Inks Blur lipstick, and I guess it's shade 216, whatever that is. Very pretty pink. And while we're doing liquid lipsticks, let me get out my other liquid lipsticks that I have. I have the two Lancome French Opera Drama Ink. Oh, sorry, it's called Drama Ink. This is the shade 288 French Opera. Very pretty. Oof. And then this one is French Tea. Those are pretty close in tone. This one just has a slight more peachiness to it. Very pretty. And I really like the applicator. I don't know if you saw that. Alright, and then here I have Charlotte Tilbury Flirty Blur, I think. Ruby Blur. Very pretty red. That's intense. And then I have Fenty Beauty in Riri. Ooh, that's thick. My goodness. That's a lot more matte than any of the others. I'm glad they're all pretty different in tone. So a lot of times I'll end up picking the same colors over and over and over. So glad I have some variety this month. All right. And next, let's do, oh, I had one more liquid lipstick. This is the Superstay Vinyl Ink in the shade Lippy. From what I remember, this is my best, longest lasting liquid lipstick. I was supposed to shake it. Ooh, that's a pretty color. Kind of sheer. I don't remember it being that sheer, but excuse the train. Nonetheless, very pretty. And now we can move on to, I have these sticks, I guess you'd call them, crayons. This is, dry my hand a bit. Maybelline in the shade Run the World. A very pretty pink. This is ColourPop Lippy Sticks in the shade Gold Digger Matte. I remember loving this. Oh yeah. That's pretty. And then this is Peri Para in the shade Move Like This. Oh, that's beautiful, nudie pink. And then NARS Take Me Home. That needs to be sharpened. And then here I have Tatcha Kissu Lip Tint. This has SPF. Ooh, it's kind of sheer. Very pretty though. Alright, I have these two NARS ones. This is a balm, Dolce Vita. really nice shine, and it has a slippery feel but not too slippy. Then I have NARS Power Matte Lipstick in the shade Tease Me. That's gorgeous. Is that close to the Peri Para one? Let's see. Kinda. Alright, and then I have this Maybelline Take the One, and it's the matte, their new matte formula, which I was super impressed with. I wore it once, I believe, and it stayed on for the majority of the day. Super happy with it. And then here I have L'Oreal in the shade Raisin Rapture. Has a nice shine to it. It's their Color Riche lipstick. Wipe that balm away. Make some space there. This is Natasha Denona in the shade Berry Pop. Ooh, that's pretty. And then I have Dolly in the shade Jolene Red. I always have trouble opening this. There we go. I haven't worn this in forever. I got it around last Christmas. It's kind of close to my Gucci lipstick that I've been using very often because it's in my Beauty Empties challenge. I don't want to give away how much I've used of it, but I will swatch it next to it so we can see how close they are. This one looks a bit more, I don't know, orangey, I guess. All right, and then I need to make space. All right, we'll do these two Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks next. These were from their New Year's edition, the Chinese New Year. This is Kiss of Mystery, and this one is Kiss of Fortune. I adore this packaging. And it seems like this one has some shine to it, and this one's more of a matte. I didn't realize that. Very different colors, which I am happy about. And then last two, I have the Pat McGrath Candy Flip. Oh, that's pretty. And then this is Laura Mercier Caviar Smoothing Matte Lipstick in the shade Mulberry. Gorgeous. And I got this, I'm pretty sure last year as well, and then I haven't even used it. Gorgeous. I hope y'all enjoyed that. I know that was a long one. I'm hoping it keeps you company, or it gives you some good info, or just entertains you. Anyway, I hope y'all have happy holidays, or had happy holidays, and Merry Christmas, Happy New Year from my family to yours. I'll include a couple of my beautiful animals that I've posed for Christmas pictures. I totally forgot I needed to wipe away these stains. How could I forget that? All right, so I'll wipe them away and see what happens. All right, so pretty much nothing stayed over here for the Clarins, and then that was the, which one was that? Ooh. Oh, the NYX one. And then these were the Huda contour lip stains. Those did stay. Wow, compared to these, those stayed a lot better. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, now seriously, that's it. Bye, guys.